How's it going, all you mentees? Uncanny Omar here from Near Mint Condition, the home of collected editions. And with me is...
Miss Lydia.
And...
Adjectiveless Alicia.
Today, the Junior Mints and I are going to be doing a review of what?
Mighty Marvel Masterworks, Namor the Submariner, Volume 1.
So, stay tuned.
Welcome back, everybody. Thank you to David Gabriel and the folks at Marvel for sending us copies of these books.
What exactly is this book? This is a little bit different than some of the other books we've done reviews of. Like, Spider-Man, started off in Amazing Fantasy, but got his own title. X-Men started in their own title. Avengers started in their own title. What makes this one so different?
It's smaller.
It's smaller. It is one of the more smaller Mighty Marvel Masterworks. But what makes it unique? Do you know the answer?
Is it, I don't know, like, he appears in a lot of stories, but he hasn't really gotten his own, like, real story yet.
His own comic?
Yeah, and also, like, it collects, like, Daredevil Volume 7 and then Tales of Fantasy?
To Astonish.
Tales to Astonish, sorry.
Tales to
70
Astonish.
through 80.
That's right.
So it's not even his own, like, comic yet.
No, not yet. He was sharing the comic at this time. So a little brief history about the character of Namor the Submariner. He was a character that first appeared in 1939, so all the way back to Marvel Comics #1. And so he's part of the Golden Age created by Bill Everett, and then just like a bunch of characters from Timely Comics, as Marvel was known as at the time, they disappeared for a while. But Stan Lee had this idea that he could bring back some of these characters, like, the Human Torch, the android became Johnny Storm. But with Namor, he wanted to bring him back in the pages of the Fantastic Four, where the Thing and, you all saw it. Yeah, you read it in issue #4, where the Thing and the Human Torch find him. He's homeless. He can't remember who he is. They shave him with fire, which is not a good way to shave people. And eventually brought him back to comic books. And he brought him back in a very unique position because he became kind of like your anti-hero. The character that is kind of in the gray area when it comes to being good or bad, because he wants to take up for his people. He wants to take up for Atlantis, and he feels like humans have just destroyed his land while he's been away. And that's where we ended up getting this collection. And it's interesting that Daredevil issue 7 is in here, because that's the one where he changes his costume. That's the one that's drawn by Wally Wood. But most of this is drawn by Gene Colan, and then Vince Colletta doing some of the inks, but Stan Lee being the writer. So, tell me, girls, what is the story that is collected, or what are the stories collected in here?
Well, for Daredevil, like, the single issue of Daredevil, it's like, basically Prince Namor, he, like you said, he wants to return to land since he feels like humans has taken over everything. So he ends up trying to go to court and using Daredevil, like, obviously not Daredevil himself, but
Matt Murdock as a lawyer?
As a lawyer, and so then he starts destroying stuff because he's like, well, if I destroy stuff, they have to put me in jail, and then they have to take me to court. So that's why Daredevil ends up fighting him.
Okay. And what happens in the rest of what is the rest of the series about, the Tales to Astonish, which he was sharing with the Hulk? Tales to Suspense, sorry.
It's one of the stories is that the Submariner he gets thrown out of
Atlantis?
No,
A bar?
he's not.
No, he gets overthrown by Krang.
Yeah, and so he has to go find a trident.
Neptune's trident.
Yeah, that will make him prince again, and so he has to
Why is he a prince?
Yeah, some people were born into that lineage. What, you said Neptune's trident?
Yeah.
Do you all know who Neptune is?
No.
He's a god, I think,
what?
of the sea.
Whoa, you are such a smart kid. Comics, they teach your kids everything they need to know about life, mostly. Okay, before we look at the artwork, what did you all think of the dialogue through here? It's very Stan Lee-ish for the time, right? And you've experienced that before.
The only part I didn't like was Daredevil again, where he has to explain everything that he's doing.
Yeah.
You guys had an issue with Daredevil, the Silver Age. Okay. But what about the Tales of Suspense? What did you think about these particular stories?
It was alright. Like, the dialogue, at least, was alright.
Okay.
The stories were, okay, too, because, most of it, almost all the book is taken up by, him trying to return the trident, so it's, unlike the other ones where there's like multiple stories, there's only about like three separate stories in here.
Mm-hmm.
Because in the other one, there's the puppet master that takes him over. That's the last story.
Yeah, and who's another character that's very important?
Lady Dorma.
Lady Dorma. Now, when we get to the second volume, there'll be some changes happening to the life of Namor, and eventually he will get his own ongoing series. But we're just jumping ahead. Let's go ahead and take a look at the artwork and talk a little bit about it, and then come back and give our final thoughts. All right, so here we have both of the covers. Adjectiveless Alicia, what is this one here?
This is the standard edition, and the cover was drawn by Leonardo Romero.
Leonardo Romero. Try that. You can roll your R's, kid.
Leonardo Romero.
Muy bien. All right, Miss Lydia, what is this one here?
That's a direct market cover, limited edition.
It is limited edition, so everything on the inside is the same. The spines are different, and then the backs are different. The direct market's back is this right here that says it's a limited volume, or limited printing. And this one over here
says volume 1, and it's not in gold right there.
Correct. This one says volume 18. Everything on the inside is the same, so we're just going to be looking at this. So as I flip through here, you are going to give me your thoughts, because I have some strong thoughts about the art in here. So here's the credits. You have Stan Lee, Gene Colan, Wallace Wood, Vince Coletta, Wally Wood, Bill Everett, and Dick Ayers. Wallace Woods. Thank you for that correction. And your table of contents, which kicks it off with Daredevil number 7.
Yeah, it's Tales to Astonish.
Tales Did we say Tales to Suspense?
Yeah, well, that's what you said.
Oh my gosh, epic fail! Alright, thank you for that, Miss Lydia, for the correction. So here is the story where Daredevil gets his red costume. He's like, oh, I'm just going to try this new red duds on. And guess what? That forever stayed a part of the Daredevil mythos.
Submariner goes to jail.
So
and he goes to court.
That's what you got out of that? Okay.
Yeah, and because he destroys a bunch of stuff so he can go to court.
And here is Prince Namor. Now, you may notice that this says it's penciled by Adam Austin. But this gives credit to Gene Colan at the beginning. Do you all know why that is?
No.
Is that his original name? I don't know.
Gene Colan's his real name. But he had a contract during that time with DC Comics, the Distinguished competition. And what he did was he really wanted to draw Namor, so he came up with a pen name. Adam Austin. So there is no... well, I'm sure there is an Adam Austin somewhere out there. But he couldn't use...
Gene Colan.
He could not
What
use...
was he drawing?
Oh, I can't remember at the time, but he was drawing for DC. Oh my gosh. Love his underwater scenes. It's just like...
Seaweed Man.
The angles. Yeah, Seaweed Man's good. Composition. Just beautiful. Really, Gene Colan spent hours drawing this, and that's all you can point out. Who's this guy?
That's Krang.
And why is Krang looking all evil? What's he want from Namor?
He wants to be the king.
Or prince, I guess.
Everybody wants to be king or prince. Now, did you all notice, and I don't know if you did or not, how the art looked towards the beginning compared to the more painted style that happens later on with the lines?
His eyes are more like that. It's like,
oh, that's so good. That angle's so good.
Yeah, I mean, the art is really good.
Yeah, it seems like they're using bolder inks. And this is something you'll notice the more you keep looking at comics, who uses like finer lines and who the embellisher is that really makes your artwork pop. But this is...
Wasp.
Yes, the Wasp. And then we have some original art all the way in the back. All right, why don't we give our final thoughts now that we've seen the artwork together?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Now that we've seen the artwork, let's give our final thoughts.
Let's give our final thoughts. I'll let you start, Miss Lydia. What did you think about the stories overall and the plot, the artwork and everything, the whole package?
Well, I thought it was pretty good. Like, it's better than some of the other, like, Silver Age stuff that we've been reading. Like, I kind of enjoyed it more, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really know why, but I don't know. It's just pretty good overall.
Okay. Anything in particular that stands out? Like, the artwork? Does it stand out more than some of the stuff that
they draw his eyes differently, like, than other people.
Yeah, Gene Colan, he was way ahead of his time. I love his underwater scenes. It's so different than what we had read before. And there's nothing wrong with Jack the King Kirby, but I feel like Gene Colan with the right inker was just so good. What about you, Adjectiveless Alicia? What did you like, didn't like?
I liked how it was like there was this big story in the middle of it, not just like a bunch of little separate stories.
Mm-hmm.
And
What'd you think of the artwork?
I liked it.
You liked it? Okay.
I think it was better than the other ones.
Than the other
he
ones.
hates
What?
it's
Do
Jack
not-
Kirby.
Do not put
No.
words in this child's mouth. It's okay. It's okay to like Gene Colan a little more than Jack the King Kirby or Steve Ditko or Wally Wood, if it's your cup of tea. What would you all give this book out of 10?
7.
7 out of 10. What about you, Adjectiveless Alicia?
An 8.
8. Wow, this is so different because I'm so used to both you going 7.9473. They're growing up on me. And honestly, I really enjoy this. It's a little hokey in the dialogue, but it's just something I get used to. And so this is a 6 out of 10. Gene Colan's artwork really elevates this for me. And that's it. So in the comments, let us know what other Mighty Marvel Masterworks you want us to review. My kids are going through the whole library, the whole catalog, and we've got Silver Surfer next. And one day we'll have Iron Man. But yeah, let us know in the comments down below what you thought of these particular stories. Sign us off, girls.
Stay minty.
That's it. Hit that like button.
Hit the like button and subscribe button
And subscribe button.
and the bell.
And the bell. What does the bell do, Miss Lydia?
Notifications.
For who?
For when you post the videos.
Why are your eyes closed? You have to think about it? That's it, everybody. Thank you all so much for watching. Much love.
This
Petty. Omar. Please stop touching me, Alicia.
Please stop touching
No, seriously, I don't want to mess up my hair.
Alright. So you all remember how to do this?
Made him
Yeah.
Hey guys.
Alright. This is the Uncanny Omar with...
Yeah.
And today, the Junior Mints and I are going to be talking about what?
Namor, the Submariner's mighty
I'm sorry.
warrior west.
Today, the Junior Mints and I are going to be doing a review of what?
Mighty Martel.
Mighty Marvel.
I'm sorry, I said Martel.
Myrtle. Mighty Myrtle! Alright, 3, 2... How's it going, all you Minties? Uncanny Omar here with...
Miss Lydia.
And...
Adjectiveless Alicia.
And what are we talking about today, girls?
Submariner.
Mighty Marvel Masterworks Submariner Volume 1.
Close, so close.
What?
Namor the
Namor.
Submariner, Volume 1. We'll do it again.
Date. Okay.
Welcome back, everybody.
I know.
She's got it. How's it going, all you Minties? We are going to be doing a review of what?
Marty.
Marty. Marty Marvel!
Alicia, can you try? Can you try to...
What did you
I
try?
can't. Miss Lydia.
And
Adjectiveless Alicia.
what are myself in trouble? Now, have edit. Break brain. Alright. 3, 2, 1. Whoa! Shots fired at Stan Lee and Gene Colan. 3, 2, 1.
I'm gonna give it probably like a negative,
Negative.
maybe
Negative.
like a
I don't know.
Quintillion.
Stan Lee doesn't even have to come out of his grave. I will smack you for it.
I didn't mean that.
Alright, let's go.
Ow.
Girls are killing it. So, when we come back, I'll say, now for our final, you, Lydia. No, Alicia.